Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back. Today, we're going to be talking about the new episode of Married to Medicine with my lovely co host, Shan. We're going to be discussing this week's latest episode. We've got quite a few things quite a few things to talk about. So, hey, Shan, how you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm ready to
I'm
get into
excited to get
this.
into it.
Yes. Okay, let's get into this episode because, there's a lot to talk about. Okay, so the episode begins with Miss Quad. And she's like cooking some eggs or whatnot, and she gets a call from her lovely, perfect boyfriend, right? And he's like, "Come out." And then Quad's like, "No, why do I need to come out? Just come out." Okay, she goes out. Oh my gosh, a car! Oh my god, no, I can't believe it. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. No, a car
For me? Oh my god. You shouldn't have, but you should have.
and scene for the actress. Let me tell y'all something. This is the fakest scene I've seen in my life.
Ooh.
Um, listen, I know it's gonna. I said this in my recap. I know I'm coming off sounding like a hater. That's fine. I don't think this was genuine. Um, I in my mind, and then Quad opens up the car, and then there's a Louis Vuitton present. Um, Shan, you tell me what you think. Tell me if I sound like a crazy person. If I sound like a crazy
Listen,
hater. In
you
my
are on
mind,
point.
in my mind, if I'm in the show and my ex-husband has now moved on and has a successful marriage, and I want to bring my boyfriend that I've had for over a year, I might want him to look like a rich man who's taking care of me, right? So why not have him give me a car?
You're spot on. Because when I saw the scene, I didn't get genuine. I didn't get like my man, my man, my man. I get let's do a great scene to make the people feel a type of way. Like make the audience think, oh my God, he's just so rich. He's just spoiling her. I feel like it was too perfect, right?
Hmm.
And I know people probably think we're hating, but don't worry. We get cars too from our significant other. I'm lying, but we will. But it didn't seem authentic because it was just too perfect. Then she opened the trunk, and then there was a Louis Vuitton, and then he was just conveniently like, "Oh, we went to Paris 3 times this year." I was kind of like, "Listen, we're happy for her, but we just don't really fully believe it." Because it's just too perfect, too quick. I think we should have got like an introduction to him a little bit more, like get to know who he is before it's just like we've been to Paris 3 times. This. I
And
don't
and you know
know.
what, Shan? Like, oh, this is gonna sound so mean, but I don't mean in this way. But like, we've heard that his job is a truck driver.
Wait, what did
Which
he
is,
do?
I heard he's a truck driver.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, I heard he was a truck driver. Which, if that is true, I love that because a man having like an
A good job.
honorable good job, as long as it's not illegal, I
Yeah,
support it. I support service.
yeah.
I'm not
They
like
make good
Teresa.
money.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
like Teresa Judice making fun of people's blue collar jobs. Um,
She
I-
did?
yeah, remember when Teresa was like, "Oh, your husband's a plumber" or something like that, or like
So
your
I haven't
husband
watched
parks
all the
car.
seasons of
No,
these
in
shows.
this last episode when she said it to Rachel, the new one, and then she was like, "Your husband parks cars."
Oh yeah, the season that just ended.
Yes, yes.
Oh, when
Um,
they went to do the sit down and thing.
yes, remember that? Mhm.
Yeah.
So, I don't have an issue with people's jobs, but the only reason I'm bringing it
Yeah.
up is because just me using my brain. If you have a pretty normal, stable job, you don't really have that much money to be buying a girlfriend you just started dating a whole car. Like, even in Beverly Hills, those are like really, really rich people. Even them, we don't really see them giving each other
You said those
cars.
are really, really rich people.
No,
You
they
mean
are like they're like
wealthy?
millionaires.
They're wealthy.
They're very wealthy. They have millions.
Wait, what kind of car was it? It wasn't
Um, I
the
think it was
car.
the Bentley or Rolls Royce.
Ooh.
It was like one of those
I
really,
think
really.
oh, it was a Rolls Royce because of double R's. Do you
Yeah.
feel like
So,
she's really in love?
and that's another thing, Shan. Like, oh, they
Do you
want to
feel like
make
she's in
us.
love?
I think she's in love with having a storyline this year.
Ooh, child. I'm clutching my
Because
pearls.
okay, let's keep it real. My girl Sweet Tea has a YouTube channel now. Everybody go subscribe to her. She
I
decided
saw
to
that.
start a YouTube channel this season and recap the episodes every week. Because others do it, so why not her do it?
Yeah.
One of the things
Period.
that Sweet Tea said, Shan, which I thought was really interesting, was that when Heavenly was telling her to please join the show, she was telling her, this is what Sweet Tea said. She
Mhm.
was saying that Heavenly was saying to her, please join the show. Quad is on her way out because she has no storyline. And if you were to come, you would be saving her job.
Ooh.
So that tells me that Quad doesn't really have. Because why are you even here? You're not even married to medicine, my love. Remember that?
Mm.
So she needs a man. She
Child.
needs to have a man. Now, I'm not saying the relationship is fake. I'm not saying it's a Kenya Moore style type of relationship. But I do think that this whole thing, uh, Shan,
It doesn't seem
Shan,
genuine.
put yourselves in the shoe of that man. Do you think that man, even if he had the money, he's gonna buy a luxury car for a woman he barely knows, who he's not even engaged to?
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see in the upcoming
Fake, 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 fake,
seasons.
fake.
We'll see. Because you know what? I feel like if she like eased her way into it, like us getting to know him would be a little we'll feel like it's more authentic, like genuine.
Mm-hmm.
But because we just met him and it's just like, okay, like let us know a little bit about him and stuff like that. Your relationship, what do y'all like to do for fun? If that
I'm
makes sense.
looking at the comments. OMFG Reality TV that puts the clips.
Oh, I love that channel.
Some of
That
these people are saying
Instagram
she
page.
was she was already acting surprised before she made it outside. The script is the same. What? Listen, y'all. Y'all are gonna come down on us and say that we're being haters. We're
Yeah.
not. It's called being realistic. Do I want Quad to have a boyfriend who she's happy with and that actually
Yes.
buys her car? Yes, I do. I want her to be happy, but don't try it like trick us because we weren't born yesterday.
I think he did buy her the car, but I think maybe because like it's just how the scene was. It's like, okay, I'm
Nah, nah, nah,
cooking the
Shan. He
eggs.
did not buy that car. You know that is way too.
I don't know.
It's a
Listen, some
rental.
people
It's
got
probably,
money. But Quad, we just want to see. We don't know.
nah. Quad,
Next scene.
get
I
out of
think
here
he
with
did
that.
buy the car. I just feel like
You
maybe,
really think he bought the car?
but I don't think, I think maybe because it's like, okay, what can I do to stand out on the show, right? But yeah, you think he rented the car?
Chan,
All
listen,
right,
I
next
am not
scene.
this obsessed. Like, I'm not like an obsessive fan. But if I were, I would probably be looking up those license plate numbers and see if it was a rental or not. It's really easy to do. I'm not gonna do that because I don't care. But I
Right.
think it
We
was
don't have time for
rented.
that because we're
Yeah, we don't have
very
time for that. We
demure
go.
over here. But we
Yeah,
want to see Quad in love and everything. But we'll see how the relationship goes. She looks nice. He looks nice.
but I think the one thing that we can agree on is whether or not let's let's not even focus if the car was bought or not. I think that what we can agree on is that it seemed forced as F
Yeah.
the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and Quad says that she this is the perfect man that she's ever met and she wants to have kids with him. Um she's actually gone to a few fraternity clinics. So if that's what she really does want to do, I hope it happens.
Yeah.
I wish her the best. Okay,
Yeah.
so then we take a look at Toya takes her son to Dr. Eugene's. office. Now I didn't know this, Shan, but he doesn't work at the ER anymore. He now has his own like practice or something, like his own place where he provides
Yeah, his
different
own practice.
treatments.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's really good because it's like you're building something of your own, and like I don't know, I just feel like it's better than working because an ER doctor, it's a lot.
It's stressful.
It's stressful. He worked there
I
for
was
a long
so
time.
happy to know that he opened his own clinic because I really like him.
Yeah,
Um,
he's nice.
yeah, and I thought it was cute when Toya was like, "You should do Botox and this," giving him some ideas. But
Yes,
I
Toya's
agree with I agree with him when he said like it's a new business. We don't want to bite off more than we can chew. Like slow down.
Yeah, I agree with him for sure. Like let's keep it slow and steady. But I will say keep in mind what Toy is suggesting because the whole Botox business and
They
that's
make
quite a
money.
good market.
Yeah, they make money.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody be getting Botox.
Yes, even the men be getting Botox nowadays.
Yeah.
And I thought it was so funny that they then start talking to their son about hormones and oh my god, I can't with Toya talking about wet dreams and she's just too much.
Yeah.
But she's fun. She's a
The
fun
thing I
person.
like about Toya is she seemed like one of those moms you could tell anything to.
Mm-hmm.
Which can be good because sometimes you don't want to tell your mom something like you need advice, and it's like you don't want to tell them, but it's like it's good. Like it seems like her kid could come to her with anything, and
Yeah,
she'll listen and be supportive.
absolutely.
She's
Yeah.
funny. Yeah.
So yeah, so that was that. Then we see Simone and Cecil. Now, you guys, we still have to see the scenes at this little at the house that they bought,
The condo.
the condo that they bought for Michael and Michael, what's his name? Michael
I have
and
no idea.
I think one of
Yeah.
them is the sons. Let's just say the sons. So they're going over to clean, and y'all, that was a dirty house. You got clothes everywhere, food packages. Listen, man, I can't with the messiness.
Yes.
I will say on my especially like during the week because like we're so busy doing our things.
Hmm.
Sometimes you'll have a little pile or something of clothes in
Yeah.
your room, like that's normal. But the one thing that I can't is with the food. I can't with the food.
Yeah.
That grosses me out.
No,
So
same. It's like, girl, clean up after yourself. My question was, don't they know this is gonna be on camera? Even if I had to fake being a clean person, there's no way I would let national TV cameras come into my room, come into my house looking like that. I actually skipped
yeah,
I skipped the scene.
and I don't think Simone realized this, but the people were coming in on her kids online.
Yeah, and when are they gonna like if their future wife is watching, they're like, damn,
Right,
he's
because
not
people were thinking
demure.
like y'all are adults.
Right.
Y'all living by
If that was
yourselves.
my son, he would have to clean up his own place. I'm sorry.
Right, because
Like I get
Simone says she's already she's already the one that's paying the rent.
yeah.
So
I think she pays I think that they bought the place but they pay them rent. Like do they pay them rent? Or I think in a few years they'll
in a
pay
few years, so not right now.
right.
I just feel like the least y'all could do is clean. But Simone and
Right.
Cecil, they're the ones that go and clean. They have their little outfits on and everything. Um, so as they're cleaning, Simone tells Cecil that she thinks it's really interesting that they just met Quad's boyfriend at her party. But she thinks it's interesting that she claims she's been dating him for a year, but none of them knew about it. And we talked about this a little last week.
Yeah.
Um, how are you, my friend? And I didn't know you were dating someone for a year. Cecil says, well, you got to look at the other perspective. You know, this group isn't necessarily the kindest to partners, so like maybe she was a little hesitant, which I
That's
agree.
true.
That's true. That's true for sure.
I think Simone is thinking too deep into it. Like, a year goes by so quick, as we mentioned.
That's true.
I don't think it's weird that they didn't know she was in a relationship for a year. I don't find that weird.
I don't find it weird. Actually, no, I do. I do because number one, again, they're supposed to be friends, but number two, Shan, let's think about it. The premise of this show is to show the lives of people.
Mm.
What's more important to someone's life than the person that they're with, like their partner, their husband, their boyfriend, their fiance? So, hmm,
A lot.
either so
No.
it's I'm sorry to say this. I'm sorry to say this, but it's either two options. One, Quad is a bad friend who doesn't like to tell people who she's dating, or two, she wasn't actually dating him for a year. Or three,
I
she
think maybe she wanted to see how strong the relationship was before introducing him
before
to the
introducing
whole
him. Yeah.
wide world. Because this is national TV, right? So if I was her, I would be a little cautious
But
because he's going to be on this show now and like everybody's going to see him and stuff. And if it doesn't work out, the whole world's going to have a comment, right? So I think she was probably trying to make sure it's a secure relationship, like an actual real deal
but I feel like she could have
thing.
still told her friends about it though. Like at
But are
least.
they friends or are they coworkers? Because the way they be acting, it's like, are y'all real friends? Like, do y'all hang out outside of
But then Shan,
filming?
look, it's such a catch-22 because if that's the case, then if they're not friends, they're only coworkers, then Quad, she can't be mad at the conversation they
Mm.
had at Napa because then technically
Ooh,
they would be correct.
right.
You're not her friend. You only come around when the camera is filmed. And she was trying to be like,
Ooh,
no, that's not true. So you see what I mean? Like any way
right.
you try to like spin it, it doesn't look good on Quad. But again, Cecil said that he defends Quad quite a bit when it comes to this stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, it is what it is. So then there's another scene where Sweet Tea goes over to Sweet Tea and Phaedra go over to Contessa's house. Um, Contessa's house looks really nice. Um, Contessa looks really nice herself too. Um, so they're eating, they're having some lunch, they're joking about some stuff, and then they decide, why don't we do a little bit of a getaway?
To Orlando, Florida.
Orlando, Florida, and the theme's gonna be like cowboy. Um, so yeah, they're gonna organize that.
Yeehaw.
Yeah.
Beyonce got everybody wearing a cowboy hat. Period.
Well, I would like to say for the record, us people in Texas, we were wearing cowboy hats for many years before y'all made it popular in the mainstream.
Yeah, I know that. But I'm talking about the rest of us. The
Listen,
rest of us.
listen. Cowboy culture here is very important to us.
I know.
And you know what? Sweet Tea made a good point.
I gotta
Uh-huh.
go ahead.
I don't know if she said it on the episode or on her YouTube, but she was like, when I had my cowboy thing last season, they all thought it was weird, but now because of the whole Beyonce thing, they want to do
Yeah,
it.
I was like, I agreed with her because she did have a cowboy theme. Cowboy hats are cute. I saw a bunch of them at the Nicki Minaj concert. They had like a stand of like t-shirts and cowboy hats, and I really wanted to get a pink cowboy hat, but the line was so long. Like the lines for the Nicki Minaj t-shirts were short, but the line for the cowboy hat was so long. So I ended up getting a t-shirt, but
Oh
yeah.
yeah, you did. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that was so yeah, that's gonna be
I
the
like the theme of the event. But when she said glamping, I was like, no, I don't want to do that.
what does that mean?
Like glamping, like camping, but like outdoors, but in a glamorous way.
Oh,
You know, like glamping, like you're camping,
okay.
but more glam. But I'm
That's
with
gonna be
Dr. Jackie. I don't like outdoor stuff.
yeah, Dr. Jackie did say that. So they all got their little invitation on on a little cute box, and then they got the thing that goes on the boot. Some of them were being too dramatic with their invitation. Like, calm down.
Like Toya.
Uh-huh. So yeah, that was that. We then see Dr. Heavenly and her son at the dentist office, and he's like practicing, but he kept messing up. And yeah, what did you think of that scene?
It was a cute scene. She was like, he was calling her mom, and she was like, Dr. Kimes, Dr. Kimes. He was like, Mommy.
That was funny. That was funny. But you know what? I hope that lady knew she was being like
They
the
have to, because of HIPAA. They have to consent to being filmed.
okay.
Yeah.
But no, I'm saying like I hope she knew that he was gonna train on her because
Oh,
let me tell you, if I'm there and I'm trying to get my teeth clean or whatever, and you got someone rehearsing their lines and uh-uh. Like hurry up.
he
So
was
yeah,
doing
that was that.
principles. Yeah.
I would never go to Dr. Heavenly to get my teeth done. I will say that though. But we then go to Dr. Jackie, and same thing with her. I feel like we're just kind of seeing her like with her celebrity patients. Was there anything that stood out to you in that scene?
Not at all.
No, Dr. Jackie, she's just there. She's just there to show the medicine of it all. Okay.
Yeah.
Then we see Simone get her invitation, and she's talking to Cecile about it, and Cecile says that they should, all try to get along or whatever. Was there anything memorable in there?
No.
Nothing memorable. Okay, let's go to this next one because I actually did like this scene. So, y'all, we saw Phaedra and Apollo, and
Can I
Apollo
ask a
was there.
question?
Yeah,
Why do y'all get so excited to see Apollo and Phaedra?
you know why? Because Apollo and Phaedra, they were on the Real Houses of Atlanta when
Yes.
we could probably say that was like the golden era of
Yeah.
Atlanta, like season what was it? Season like five through
Yeah.
five through
I
nine. Like,
agree.
that was the best. So I feel like in a way, seeing Apollo and Phaedra
Nostalgia.
together brings some of that nostalgia. Like they were like as a couple, like they had so much like their storyline was crazy on Atlanta. So I don't know. It's just nostalgia. It's nice to see. So Apollo is there picking up the kids because Phaedra's gonna go on this trip. Now
Yeah.
she says that she doesn't let him go inside the house. The farthest he could do is the driveway. Um. Anyway, Phaedra is like, Toya told me that she saw you at some restaurant and that like she was asking you some questions, and Apollo was like, yeah, she was asking me things about like the drama that was going on with him about his ex or his wife. And Phaedra's like, how nosy. Phaedra didn't like that at all. Do you think Toya was being nosy?
Yes. Absolutely. Because if she doesn't know him that well, like why pry? But then she made a good point though. In her confessional, Toya was like, "We don't really know Phaedra, and if you and I didn't know Phaedra from Atlanta, we wouldn't know her on this show, because all she did last season was just make faces." So I could understand Toya feeling like, okay, this is our new castmate, and we don't really know her, so I'm trying to get some tea. But I feel like it was out of place because I wouldn't go to my friend's spouse and be like, hey, so what's going on? It's kind of weird. Unless y'all are really close, right?
But you know what, Shan? I feel like when Phaedra's mad, you can tell. And I think she was really mad about Toya doing that.
I don't think she was really mad.
I think she was. I think she was.
We will see.
But why would she be mad though? I mean,
That's why I don't think she was mad. Like, they've been divorced for a while. They moved on, yada, yada, yada. And the reason I asked you why y'all so hyped to see them is because the way y'all hype up every time there's a trailer and Apollo is involved and Phaedra's involved, the way the internet go crazy. And then when the scene happens, I'm like, this was it. This was it. So that's why I asked.
yeah. No,
But
I
I
get
don't think she
you.
was mad because she couldn't be mad. She'd probably be mad at Toya. Like, why are you doing the
I don't
most?
I think that she's mad at Toya because maybe in her mind she thinks that Toya is doing this to somehow be shady to her, to Phaedra.
Mm. But Phaedra did say she don't want to know what's going on like in his life. Like she was
Yeah,
in her confessional, and I feel the same. Like if I had an ex husband, I wouldn't want to know because I just don't care.
yeah.
It's like why? Like
So
let's
yeah,
focus on the kids.
yeah. Toya's definitely trying to figure some stuff out. Then the last scene of the episode is Sweetie and Doctor G. So they're sitting and they're talking about the her journey
Fertility thing.
to have a baby. And she had her surgery, and after the surgery there was like a certain amount of time she had to try and get pregnant. So they're currently actively trying, but she then asks a really important question, which is how long is he willing to continue to try? And he says probably 2 years. And you guys, when I see Sweetie, the tears fall down her face. I felt
Yeah.
so bad for her. That was
Yeah.
so sad.
I know this must be really difficult. Like her trying to go through her fertility journey and things like that. Yeah, it was a very like touching scene,
It was
and
really
I'm
touching.
praying
And
that she does have as many children as she wants and everything works out. I know it will because you could tell. This is what I'm talking about, that genuine. You could tell they really like each other and love each other.
yeah, absolutely.
You
Yeah.
could feel it. Like this is something that's really hard for us. We're gonna get through. I support you. You support me. Yeah,
And
it's
that's why I
really
said
good to see.
I get really, really, really angry when I see a lot of these comments that people make on social media where they're
Yeah.
like, oh, well, she lied to him and this and that, and oh well, she didn't share it with him, and oh well, Quad's gonna have a baby for, and I look at
People are
that.
so
I
insensitive,
But you know
as
what?
such insensitive assholes.
You know what though? You know what though? I'll be looking at the people that be making these comments, and the majority of them are women. And
Why is that not surprising?
my question is, how can y'all, as a woman, you are hearing a story about a woman who's
Right.
literally in tears because the one thing that a woman most women strive for, she's having a difficult time achieving. And the first thing I want to bring up is, oh, when did she tell Doctor? No, y'all are messed up.
Yeah, mind your business. And like, how would you know if you don't know, right? Like, if she
Right.
didn't try to have a kid before, she wouldn't just know because nobody just wakes up and think, I might have, especially as a woman, you don't think I might have trouble having a kid.
Right. And if
Like,
you're young
unless
too.
you try and then you realize, like, let me get checked out, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, the comments are so insensitive, and we love Sweet Tea. We think she's going to achieve all her dreams because she seems like an amazing person. And so, yeah, I
I
like that
hope,
they're
yeah,
able to talk about it and help other women who may be going through infertility issues. Like,
absolutely.
fertility issues. I feel like a lot of people go through it. So it's good that, she's sharing her journey because there's somebody else out there somewhere who's probably going through this and, like, she's helping them.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. And you know what I do think it's a little sad though? I think it's a little sad how Sweet Tea is the new person coming into this show called Married to Medicine with doctors. And the fact that
Ooh.
they haven't created as doctors a safe space for her to like talk about these things, that's really sad.
Mm.
Especially Dr. Jackie. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
she talked about this a little bit on her YouTube channel, and I think that sucks.
I'm
But
gonna start watching her YouTube channel. I
oh
actually
yeah, for
saw
sure.
a clip. Like I think it was suggested, but I haven't watched it as yet.
Yeah, she's a really nice person. I just don't like a lot of the attacks that come her way are very like just not okay. And like people are like, oh well,
People have to have more grace
they
for
do.
everyone.
And then it come down and someone was like, well, I don't like her because she called them old ladies. And then I was like,
Oh
the
my
only
god.
reason she did that was because they were calling her little girl and like you so young. Like, so this is the thing, Sam. A lot of the times when you respond to
Mm.
attacks, then people will villainize you for even responding.
Right.
So it's horrible,
But
but I do.
she has
Yeah,
good support.
yeah,
We're good. We're like happy to see her journey and things
yeah.
like
And you
that.
know what though? She's a twin, and her
Oh
husband.
yeah, her sister's pregnant.
But this is the thing, she's a twin, right? And her husband's a twin too. They're both twins. So
Who's a
I wish
twin?
Dr. G.
Dr. G's a twin?
Oh yeah, you didn't know that? Yeah,
Oh,
he
no,
has a
I had
twin
no.
brother.
Oh, so she
Isn't
might
that?
have twins.
Yeah. So I hope she
Oh,
has twins. That would be
twins
the
are
best.
so cute.
But you know
You
what?
can
Also,
dress
though,
them
Shan,
together, like dress them in the same outfit. So cute.
that would be so cute. But you know what? I also, Shan, I love technology and like improvements. Like sometimes it could be bad, but sometimes it could be good. I'm really glad that we have come to a point in our world where like things like IVF are possible, or like
Yeah,
even surrogacy. I feel like that's really, really good, like for people.
yeah.
It's expensive, but you know,
It's
it's
good. There's different
it's a
possibilities.
good
Yeah,
alternative, yeah, for
yeah.
sure. So yeah, we're wishing Sweet Tea absolutely the best, and Quad as well. If she truly wants to have a baby, as she said, we also wish her the best. And
Yes.
people, stop pitting them against each other. Y'all are disgusting. Pitting who's gonna get,
Right.
like, stop with that. But that was the end of the episode. Any final thoughts, Chan?
Yeah, I think you said it. It was a good episode. We'll
Did you
see
see?
when they go on the trip.
Ooh, did you see that preview of Contessa and Heavenly?
I know. I was like,
Ooh.
is this love and hip hop or no? Is this baddies? Is it baddie shot o'clock? No. Do
it's
you
it's
watch
kind of.
baddies?
I've seen clips on TikTok and
Listen,
Twitter.
you probably would get annoyed with it. It's just a lot of fighting, but
You see, this is the thing about me, Shan. Like on these reality shows, I can appreciate a fight when it actually means something. Like
right,
I feel like on baddies, they fight
right,
like just as
yeah.
if it's breathing. So it's like, okay, it gets annoying after a while. So yeah.
Whew, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
this was a great episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yep. And we'll catch y'all next time. Bye.
Bye.